I have to say, and I don't think I've talked to you about this, you are the only basketball player in my 10 years here, 2 years at Rockhurst, that I've ever seen record a triple-double. Was that the Ottawa game, I think that was, when you had like 10 rebounds and 10 assists and 12 points?
Yeah. I think it was Ottawa. I think it was 11 assists and then 10 rebounds, 10 points.
That sounds about right. Yeah. Well, I've never seen anybody do that before. Congratulations. And
thank you.
Where does that stand on, and I know you're more about team stuff and all that kind of stuff, but individually, where does that rank in terms of your accomplishments?
Honestly, I didn't know that I was doing that well in assists at all. And I knew it's actually kind of a funny story because my coach, it was like we were up by a lot, and she said, I didn't hear her, but I guess she was yelling, just pull it out, like just dribble, just keep it out.
Right.
And I ran a pick and roll, passed it to the three-point shooter, and then she shot it, missed. I got my last rebound on that.
Okay.
And I got my last 2 points on that.
Oh, is that right?
On the last second. So I don't know if it's fate or what, but...
Well... And to be honest with you, it didn't impact me until later when I went back and looked at it. I thought, gosh, that is the first I've seen. Yeah. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
But you are all about the team. And I know last weekend was tough, but the win against Rockhurst had to feel good.
Yes, it definitely did. We needed that win after.
What was the difference between the weekend and the Monday night game?
I really don't know. I think it was, Coach told us in the locker room before the Rockhurst game, she said, we're going to do one quarter at a time. We're going to win every quarter. And I think that that resonated with me because it's like sometimes you look at the game, it's like we have to win the game, but it's like if you take it in quarters, it kind of helps your mind kind of wrap around like what you need to do every play. And so that really helped me, and I think that the team kind of heard that too and responded.
Maddie, since you brought it up, how do you like the new quarters this year instead of playing halves?
I didn't think I was going to like it, but I really do like it. A lot of girls don't just because there's like so many breaks with like the quarters and the media timeouts too. But honestly, I like it. It kind of helps me chunk things up more.
Yeah. When you came here from Smithville, we've talked about this before, and I've mentioned it a few times on the air, but you had some bad luck at Smithville with some injuries. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. My junior year of high school, I got hit in the face in the fall with a softball. So I shattered almost every bone in the right side of my face. So I had to get a mesh thing that goes underneath my eyeball to support that. Okay. And then I had to get 4 plates in different places around my face. So I had that happen. And so I thought my bad luck was over, and then I went and played soccer in the spring, and I tore my ACL in the spring. So my junior year, it was a good year for basketball for me because we got second at state. But, I didn't have very good luck that year, but that's okay because I think, everything happens for a reason, but I think I'm still trying to figure out what the reason is. But
well, I imagine. But from the day you set foot on the court here at Jewel as a freshman, you go all out all the time, diving for balls and everything. And I would think, was it hard to get back into that mindset to go that hard after being injured?
Not really, because, I don't know, my high school coach, he always told me it's usually the people that are like kind of holding back that get hurt. And that kind of always like stuck with me too. And even like my physical therapist, after I tore my ACL, he said it's a mindset with your ACL. Like, if you don't want to wear your brace, don't wear your brace.
Right.
If you feel comfortable, then I say go for it. It's really just like if you're confident in your abilities, then you should be okay. And I think that's kind of cool with like the whole medical system. It's like it is a lot in your mind too, more than anything. So.
Your dad has been a coach. Your mom is a big shot athlete at Northwest Missouri State, right? In the Hall of Fame, correct?
Yeah.
Who do you take after in terms of basketball? I'm sure they've both been influential in some way.
Yeah, I think by how I play, I would say that I probably take after my mom. But my dad's always saying you need to be more aggressive, and my mom's more about being an all-rounded player.
Yeah.
And my dad is too, don't get me wrong. He's a great coach, and I've learned a lot from him too. I grew up going to practices with him, and that's when I really started to love basketball, was I saw all those tall players and those really just like great athletes, and I was like, oh my goodness, that's what I want to be like. And so I'm really excited that I got to do that when I was younger. And my mom's just always been whatever you love to do it, and do it to the best of your ability. So yeah, both of them have been just really great influences on me.
It's interesting that you mentioned the tall players, because you're not the
Yeah.
tallest player on the court, yet you lead us in rebounding, have consistently, lead us in scoring, do so many things well. But what's the thing you really like about basketball? If you had to just one skill, what would it be?
If I had to have one skill,
Yeah, I mean, if you just had to specialize and do one thing, what's the thing you think you do best?
I think it would be rebounding. I really just love getting rebounds. Like when you just like can feel yourself like getting over people. It's just like, and you come down with it. You're like, yeah. It's just like a good feeling to get those rebounds, but especially whenever you are the size that I am. But I really do love just like, you say I'm a team player, and like I just love having those relationships with the girls, and sometimes I regret, like putting myself out there with the girls a little bit more.
Right.
But, I think that's like one of the greatest things about being in a college sport is the relationships that you build with people. And people say it's just a game, but you learn so much about yourself, and you learn a lot of life lessons through basketball.
Okay, so I'm going to put you on the spot here, since you brought it up. Since your first days here at Jewel, what have you learned about yourself?
I've learned that I'm very shy. I am a shy person, and I've learned that in order to overcome that, I really do have to put myself out there, and because people aren't going to just open up to you if you don't open up to them. And sometimes I put that on other people, like, well, they don't try with me.
Right.
But it's really like, you have to do it too. So, and I think that I learned that from basketball. It's like you can't expect to get a rebound if you don't go down in the paint, and you can't expect to
Good philosophy for life, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't put yourself out there for other people, they're not going to open up to you either. So
I know you love playing basketball. What else do you love? What do you do in school or for fun?
I love family, and I love like that whole aspect of family, and having people, even if they're not really your family, just having that like connection with people that makes you feel like a family. And I think I get that from just my major being in elementary education, making all the kids feel like the classroom is a family, and you can talk with anybody you want to. And so things I'm passionate about, my family. I'm really passionate about my major right now. I'm really excited about it.
Good.
I get to do student teaching next fall. So
I was going to say, have you been assigned anywhere yet to do that?
Yeah, really as soon as you're inducted into the education department, you're sent out into a school. So I've been in 4 different schools. And then, so this semester I'm in an urban school, and then next fall I'm student teaching. So
where do you think that's going to take you in 10 years? Where do you think you'll be?
In 10 years, let's see.
In other words, do you want to coach along with teaching? Do you want to be in a big school system, smaller?
Being in a school that's more diverse right now, I love it, and I think like I see myself, if I could, getting my master's degree, being able to teach K through 12, and somehow like teaching elementary and coaching at the same time. That would be that's what I see.
Right.
So, yeah.
Final question. You've been here for 2.5 years, 2.5 seasons, and you've got a season and a half left. What do you want to do in that remaining year and a half, either for team or for personally on the court?
My goals for like the rest of the time I'm here?
Yeah.
Actually, one of my biggest goals, and I know I hope this doesn't sound wrong coming out, but I just want to be the best leader that I can be. And sometimes it doesn't, I think the girls think, I don't know, I just don't want them to think that I'm vulnerable at times, because I know that I get really down on myself whenever something does go wrong. And I think so one of my goals is to just kind of like brush off those mistakes, and just like be more mentally tough in that aspect, so that I can really lead the team and be respected, and just somebody that they can count on, and win. That's another goal. Yep. Just keep winning, keep the team first, and I think all the other things, those little things, will follow if those big ideas are number one.
Well, if you don't know, if you haven't seen Maddie play, first of all, she is a winner, and she is somebody that we do count on. So thank you much for your time.
Thank you.
And we'll be back with more after this.